What is going on YouTube? I made a couple of Exway videos. They did really well. I wanted to do another range test. So I'm out here, just started, 100% on the battery, on the remote and on the board. And we're gonna see how far we can get. I gotta make a couple stops, so let's do this. All right, just had to make a quick stop. Got some thermals, going skiing in a couple days. Pretty fucking stoked for that. All right, right now, let's see, what is the board at? Too many pockets. So far we have gone almost 2 miles and are at 89% on the board and still 100% on the remote. See you in a few. Yo, check this out. Christmas Airstream trailer. Oh yeah. Sick. Woo! Smooth. Oh. All right. Let's get a check here. 3.5 miles and 74% left on the board. Looking good. Honestly, best part of these skateboards is just, it's so nice out, dude. Like, I'm just riding around on a board having a good time. Very important check-in. Just hit 69% on the board. Oh yeah. 4.5 miles. See you in a bit. All right, we just hit the halfway point. Exactly 50% is left on the battery, and we went farther than I thought we would. 7 miles. So my question is, am I gonna get better, the same, or worse mileage with the second 50%? Going from 100 to 50, I noticed the board stayed at 100% for like a mile. So it didn't actually even dip down into anything. Kind of like when you fill up your gas tank and it takes a while for the first bit of gas to technically get used. So the board is supposed to go into a power save mode where your acceleration and top speed are capped when the board goes below 50% battery. I don't know if that's gonna help save battery and actually give me extra range. Only one way to find out. Let's go. So my only complaint with this board is because it's a stiff deck. When I go over like really rough stuff, kind of like that, if I'm doing that a lot, my feet and my calves hurt like a bitch. But when I'm going over smooth stuff, the cushioned grip tape that comes with the Exway boards is amazing. Holy shit. When it's smooth, my legs are fine. It's only when it's rough that things can be, well, hard on the legs. That was a success. If you were wondering what the final number is on mileage, it is 11 miles. So I took it down to 20% on the charge. You're not really supposed to go below that. So the effective range that you're going to be using day to day is not gonna be more than that. You could pump an extra, probably 2 miles out of the board if you need it. But consistently doing that wears down the battery. So I'm not gonna do that, you shouldn't do that. So the effective range of the Exway X1 Max for my board, after having it and using it for 3-4 months, I've probably put about 400 or 500 miles on it, is 10.6 miles. So I want to say my favorite thing and my least favorite thing about the board, especially that I noticed during this test. First, it's steady throughout. I mentioned this in my previous range test I did, but it wasn't quite as full because I only charged it to 80%. When you charge it all the way to 100%, it's almost like to 110%. You get that extra 10%. I went a whole mile before it said 99%. So charging all the way gives you more than you would even think. But it's consistent. It's a well-made board. So you're not gonna get to 50% and drop off to 0. After the halfway point, I came back and did another 3.5 miles. Because my turnaround was at 7, so I did another 3.6 before the board hit 20%, and I had to stop. So I could have made that into another 2 miles, which would have been 5.6, which is still a little bit less than the first 100%, but like I was saying, that's almost like the first 60%, because you're going from almost 110 to 50. My biggest complaint, I mentioned it on the ride, my feet can get a little bit sore when I ride for 10.6 miles, basically straight out. No board is going to be perfect, and it was never so bad that I had to stop. Just when it gets rough, my calf and my foot, especially on my back foot, start to hurt. But honestly, not too bad. You get used to it after riding for a while. So, peace out.